year, a fresh start. So maybe you're looking for some fresh outfit to wear. I wanted to share with you the item number, so if you like what I have on, you can pick it up. This is all available on hsn.com. This is all from Joy Collection, and I'm wearing this super ultra cozy zip-up vest. Now, I have it folded up a little bit, but it is a longer vest with deep pockets, and it's super comfy. I'm wearing it in the white, and you can see the black trim. There's also a fuchsia, which is actually the same color as my top, and there's a blue and black, but I love it. Speaking of the top, so nice and long sleeve, it goes all the way down, nice and stretchy, like that, and it is an easy tuck in. I love the scoop neck on this top, and I have it tucked in because I just like to tuck. But it's just one of those tops that's super comfortable, and it works under vests, under blazers, under jean jackets, or even by themselves, and even great to wear to the gym as well. And then I also have on joggers. I'm a jogger girl. I'm not a legging girl. I know a lot of people are, but I'm a jogger girl. So Joy Clean Boss created the Performance Scuba Stretch Luxe Jogger. It's sort of like a little bit thicker, that scuba kind of material, but I like that, especially in this weather where it might be a little bit chilly outside. It's nice to have a little bit of a thicker fabric. So it's all available on hsn.com. You can always check the host's closet, and you can see everything that the hosts are wearing. You can check this out, and you can even buy it right there as well. If there's something you're saying, oh, I want to wear that too, check it all out. Okay, so new year, fresh start. How about a fresh breath of air in your environment? And that's where LivePure comes in. You're looking at the Sierra series, and this is your true HEPA LED air purifier. Now, I know we've talked about purifiers, air purifiers for a lot of years. They're always important, and there's never a time when they aren't. If you don't have one yet, or if the only reason you don't have one is because you're saying, I just don't like keeping up with the filters. I don't like having to rebuy and repurchase and do all of that. Then I want you to listen up to this presentation, okay? Because with your true HEPA, you actually have multiple filters, your true HEPA and your carbon-based prefilter. So it gets not only your air cleaner, you get rid of those odors, it's just a fresher environment. All you do is decide, do you want it in graphite or black or white? Those are your choices. We've got a weekly deal drop. Today is the first day of this weekly deal drop price. So instead of about $52 more, you've got it for less than $90. The shipping is free, and on FlexPay, $30 to get cleaner air in your home. Now, you're seeing it there in bedrooms, in living rooms, in offices. Decide where you're gonna put yours. Vonabelle Sherman, who is one of our home experts, is joining us. And Vonabelle, I love that this is a weekly deal drop price. And what a great piece to have in our home.
It really is. And you know what, can we give our customer a wow? Can we go ahead and push that button? I want you to pay attention to the smoke chamber, which is over here. Because when you have air purifiers, you have to move the air to clean the air. If you don't move the air, you can't clean the air. So I want you to watch as we turn that on in a perfect world, if it did go on.
Yes,
that it is clearing out the smoke chamber and taking that smoke into the side, putting it through the 2 layers of filtration, and now you begin to see the LivePure unit, okay? So important for you to see, that's what's going to happen in your room, that you get that air moved and cleaned and then sent out 99.97% free of all particles down to 0.3 microns. So that was really important to share there. And then we do have these great colors. And so we have the nice wood finish, which is ever so popular. Now here's the cool thing. I didn't know it was gonna be a weekly deal drop. So I looked and went, wow, I would buy this. And let me encourage you, if you've been looking for one and you wanted to try one, and you want it for a bedroom or the office, this is definitely the one you want to try. This does about 202 square feet. So, you know, think something that is 10 by 20, 15 by 15, a nice size room. This will clean and exchange the air 5 times every hour, every 12 minutes. 120 times a day we're gonna exchange. Now I want you to think, since it's a weekly deal drop, and that's a surprise to me too, plus there is no ongoing cost of filters on this, I want you to think back to last allergy season and said, you know what? That's the last season I'm going to suffer. I really need an air purifier. I'll start looking in the new year. Well, right in your lap has landed the best deal on the LivePure units. Here's what's special, okay? So the air is taken in these sides right here. Okay, not in the front. So I find when it's the front grids, they tend to get dirty and dusty, and then you'll find you have to clean it. Right. Because the air is coming in here, then going through 2 filtrations. First one is cocoa carbon, second is true HEPA. Let me bring these forward. So here is what a dirty one looks like.
Wow.
And here's what a clean one looks like.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we're capturing all of those particles. Now if you think about it, what's on here is now not in your nose, not in your lungs.
Right.
You're not breathing it. You're not coughing, sneezing. And if you have somebody in your life who has allergies, this is a great thing to have at home.
And this wasn't at a construction site. This was just in a regular room.
Right. You just use it, and then it collects it for you in the cocoa carbon pre-filter. Of the cocoa carbon, good, better, best, it's the best. We're going to get odors, VOCs, fur, large dust particles, hair, and pollen. If you suffer from pollen, if you see pollen on all the cars, this will help you. And then the true HEPA gets the allergens, the smoke, the dander, dust mites, mold spores, and odors. Now, I never like to go by the mold spores without pointing out, like if you had a flood, you had some water problems, mold spores stay in the air and they're toxic to us. So if you have had any kind of flood like that, please invest in getting this. And then let's talk about the microns, because I say 99.97% down to 0.3 microns. And you're like, what does that mean, Vonabelle? So think about this. 80 to 100 microns is a human hair. That's pretty thin, isn't it? Very little. Then going down, it's pollen, household dust, pet dander, and then smoke. Now, smoke is the smallest particle. That's what we had actually put in the smoke chamber to show you. Then over my shoulder here, here's another word picture, because it's hard to know, well, what do you mean we're going to capture those things? Because sometimes you look in the air and you go, I'm so irritated, but I don't see anything floating.
Right.
Take that pillow, go by the sunny window, and you will see it. But here's a nice visual for you, okay? This big ball represents one single strand of hair, just one, okay? Alice used to like to say that's some big Texas hair. But if that helps you understand, this is tiny and thin, okay? What does 0.3 look like? Okay, look at that little bead in front of that strand of hair.
Right.
Okay, that's 0.3 next to a strand of hair, okay? That's what's irritating you. That's what's making you have to get up for a drink of water in the middle of the night, making your nose itchy, your throat itchy, making your nose run. And if you have somebody in your home that has allergies, you really need to consider this, right, Tamara?
Especially right now. You get it now, you start using it, you'll start to feel the benefits. And you know what you feel? You just feel better. You know, it's just, oh, I've noticed that this time I don't, you know, see the particles kind of floating in the air like I usually do. Or some people will let us know that, oh, when I dust, I don't feel like I have to dust as much because the air is feeling cleaner. And that's the idea. You know, I always say you wouldn't drink a glass of water even if it had just one speck of dust in it. Why are we breathing air with all of the stuff that's going around if there's a way for us to clean it? And there is. Let me show you again. I want to show you the smoke chamber. So now you see the entire chamber. I'm going to just step back. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn the unit inside on. That's what I did. And then I do nothing else. I walk away. And what you're going to notice is that the air is moving fast, and it's being taken in, like you said, on the sides, and now the smoke is clearing. And that's what's happening in your home over and over and over. You've got it at a weekly deal drop price. We took $52 off of our regular HSN price. You've got it on free shipping. $89 is a good price. We can make it even better, and that's if you're getting an HSN card, because when you do, we give you $40 right off the bat to spend towards anything you want, which would actually make your LivePure Air Purifier $49.99. That is literally a steal. And you know what, Vonabelle?
Yeah.
I picked this up in either graphite, slate, or white.
Yep. Look at those pretty colors.
And I don't have to buy anything else.
That's right. And so that's what thank you so much. Great leeway. Thinking alike. Yeah. Listen, if what held you back from getting an air purifier for your family, and it is an act of love for your family, because you're cleaning the air, you clean the dishes for your family, you wash your clothes, why wouldn't you scrub the air clean? But if what held you back, and it was for me, like, okay, I could buy the air purifier, but I'm gonna have to spend $40, $50, $60, $70 on a new filter. This is from LivePure. LivePure gives you permanent true HEPA, which is the gold standard, filtration. So all you do is vacuum it clean, and you never buy another filter for the life of the unit, unless you wanted to, because certainly they're available. But here's what you do. You take your upholstery tool, looks like this, right? And you simply vacuum your cocoa carbon. Now, cocoa carbon is the pre-filter. You always should have a pre-filter of the good, better, best. It's the best. And then underneath is your gold standard true HEPA. You're also going to vacuum that. Now, how often you do it depends, I find, if you have pets or not, or if you have a smoker in the house. Maybe grandpa lives with you and he smokes and you're like, love grandpa, smoke not so much, you definitely need an air purifier. And also, I find that a lot of people go to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, you need an air purifier. And then you go, okay, what kind? I want you to look for a sealed gasket. A sealed gasket means it's rubberized or foamed so that dirty air can't bypass it, and then you want those 2 layers. Tamara, this is an incredible value for everybody to get home. It's so affordable.
It is, and this is the thing. It's $89.99 at a weekly deal drop price. And if you're not familiar with what that is that every Monday here at HSN, and always check hsn.com, you will see that we have chosen several items from different categories. Sometimes it's home, sometimes it's beauty, it could be cooking, whatever the case is. And we've given it a weekly deal drop price. So we drop the price for 7 days or until they sell out, whichever happens first. Sometimes they are returning favorites, sometimes they're brand new, sometimes they're items that we just know that you're gonna love. They're right for us right now. And that's what this is from LivePure. Like Vonabelle was saying, you know, we've always known that we need air purifiers. Finding the right one maybe has been a challenge. Maybe you're trying to find one that looked good or was not too big or wasn't too loud. You hear these are on and they're not loud, especially when I turn this one on, it's not loud. Or the fact that you don't have to keep chasing filters. I know for me, that's a big deal. You don't have to. You buy this once, and that's it. You plug it in, you turn it on, you clean it when it tells you to clean it, and that's it. So definitely take advantage of the value here. So, okay, we've filled the smoke chamber once again. So I'm gonna stand behind it so that you can see. I'm standing behind it, let me turn it on. And then when you start to see me, you'll see how fast, Vonabelle, that this actually is cleaning the air.
Yep, there we go. So, all right, to clean the air, you have to move the air. That's why we do this demo for you, so you can see the air in there is being moved through 2 layers of filtration. First cocoa carbon, then true HEPA, the gold standard, and these are no money pit. These are forever permanent filters. And here comes that beautiful lady behind there. Isn't Tamara beautiful? She's so pretty.
Thank you.
So now we can start to see her right through there. Why? The smoke, the hardest particle, that 0.3 microns, has been going through the unit. Now, another thing I like to point out is on some units, you see how big that filter is? That's a great segue. See how it's as big as the unit?
Yes.
You know what? I have seen units where you open them and they kind of cheated and the filter is only half that size. You want the biggest inches, square footage on the filter so it can do the most cleaning of allergens, smoke, dander, dust and dust mites, mold spores, odors. Cocoa carbon draws in those odors. So if you have, you know, dog, cat, you burnt the broccoli, you burnt the fish, this will help remove some of those odors as well, which is so important. Now also, because this is the size, it's meant for 202 square feet, but here's the nice thing, and I always like to teach you this. Put it in a smaller space, it will clean more than 5 times an hour. Put it in slightly bigger, maybe it'll do 4 times an hour instead of the 5. I wouldn't go to a huge space, you know, like, I don't know, 30 by 30, but you can clean and exchange that air, and there's something called a clean air delivery rate. This has a great clean air delivery rate. It's 130 on this size unit. That's amazing, okay?
Wow, yes.
Now, because we know that you may move this in your bedroom at night and then maybe into the office during the day, there's a nice handle on the back, so you can lift that. And this bottom is for cord storage if you weren't using it. With lots of thoughtful touches from LivePure. Great warranty, I believe it's 6 years. You can double check me on that. But also I love USA-based customer service, which means if you have a problem or a question, we're gonna take that phone call right here in America, answered by an American, and people really appreciate that. So if you were thinking, as we come into allergy season, by the way, January, thank God, is a neutral season. We don't have the outdoor allergies. But come February, it starts tree and pollen. So if you want to get this home before we hit that February, March, if you are an allergy sufferer, but you know, there's indoor allergies, and they say that those are worse than outdoor allergies.
Wow.
So if you have a child who suffers with dust, I have one, my son Jamie, then you want to get this in and always be circulating that air. And I would recommend this for a nice sized bedroom, your office, and it goes with all the decor. And that's beautiful colors.
Beautiful. So either white, right here in the center, this is called slate. We've got graphite. And what I like, and Vonabelle, if you will, we've got a camera on top and we're going to show you the controls. I don't want you to be afraid of, uh-oh, I don't know how to use it. It's really intuitive.
Yeah, so on top you have an accent light. And by the way, you can shut that off because a lot of people like to sleep in the dark.
Yes.
The little accent light can go off. Then we have the speed, and then we have a timer. And the filter indicator, I want you to notice that it doesn't say filter replacement. It says filter indicator, which means that when that goes on, it simply means, hey, have you vacuumed me lately? Have you taken your upholstery tool and just vacuumed me clean? You do not have to panic because this is a permanent true HEPA. All you do is vacuum it clean every month or two. If you have pets, that's when I find it should be every month, otherwise every other month, every third month. You vacuum it clean. There's no money pit. When you get this incredible deal of a weekly deal drop at $89.99, you never spend another cent. In that 3 or 4 months,